FollowBots and bot raids are incredibly easy to deal with, so take a breath because I'm going to be showing you guys today how to protect yourself from them, prevent them, and how to remove FollowBots afterwards. But I'm also going to give you my #1 tip to make sure that you never get FollowBotted again. Let's go. Hey, I'm Eljay with StreamScheme.com. I'm also a variety streamer over at twitch.tv/Eljay_. There are links to both those in the description if you have any questions or want to find any more resources on becoming a Twitch streamer or content creator in general. So what actually are FollowBots and what actually are bot raids, for example? Let's cover that really fast. A FollowBot is usually when an individual decides to send a dozen or a few hundred or sometimes a few thousand bot accounts to go and follow the streamer, tying up their alerts and filling up their follow list with a bunch of bot accounts. A bot raid is kind of a next tier up from a FollowBot attack, and essentially what it is they'll send dozens, if not hundreds, and sometimes thousands of bots into your chat to spam slurs and hateful messages. Or sometimes they'll get really specific and say things like, "You're too old to be playing Minecraft and you're clearly balding, LJ." But I'm pretty sure that was a bot, even if it was just one account. A quick note here is there are other smaller bots that you should be aware of, for example, like the Hoss, Magnolia, Judge Judy Slayer bots. These have been recently following Twitch accounts, instantly unfollowing them, which causes streamers to be curious, give them a click, and check out their page. Some of them have a malicious third-party extension that can grab your IP address, apparently. Those names I just gave you will sometimes have a string of numbers or underscores underneath it. If you get any of these, please don't click their channel page, just block, ban, and report them. So these all sound like a really big deal, right? And they're quite detrimental to your channel. Well, no. The truth is that all of these different types of bot attacks are fairly pointless, and at the end of the day, they'll only affect you as much as you choose to let them affect you. You have all the tools to prevent them and to deal with them at your disposal currently. At the end of the day, the types of people who use these bots to try and attack streamers are kind of like the same kids you saw at school. The Travises and the Biancas used to try steal your lunch money or disrupt class. They're just a bit sad, lonely, and looking for a reaction and some attention. That said, it can still be daunting, especially the first time it happens to you. So let's cover exactly how to protect yourself and how to deal with it afterwards. First, let's talk about the Twitch integrated tools that you can turn on or adjust right now in order to protect yourself. While you're live, I recommend that every single streamer has their stream dashboard open in some form, whether it's on another monitor or just in the background so you can alt tab to it quickly. This allows you to have your quick action widgets or quick action buttons available to press in an instant when needed. I'm going to cover a few of these quick action buttons now. Let's imagine you're hit with a bot raid and we go over to our stream dashboard. Your alerts are going off and your chat is being spammed. The first thing you're going to do is turn on follower only mode, meaning only users who follow can chat. This is literally the only time where you'll hear me say use follower only mode, by the way. Just turn it on and make sure you set it to at least 10 minutes. That way you have 10 minutes of time before anyone who's just followed you can spam in your chat. I will say if you use the quick action by default, it will turn it on for 0 seconds, so it's not overly helpful. So you'll have to go down to your chat, click on the cogwheel, and I believe you can turn on follower only 10 minutes and go from there. Next, you'll want to click on the clear chat history widget in the stream dashboard as well. This will clear away any messages in your chat that could be from bots or hate raiders or just generally trolls. I'll also show you in a second how you can use your community to rally a really good positive response in this situation in a second. Now, if you've been FollowBotted, all your alerts are probably going off, so your next step is to mute or skip your alerts. Now, depending on what broadcasting software you'll be using, it'll be done in different ways. If we look at the screen now, you'll see Streamlabs has a pause and a skip and a mute button here, which is very easy. All you have to do is give these a click and you can go from there. Or if you're using Stream Elements, I have it on screen now where you can go to pause and or skip the alerts. Next, this one's just for you affiliates out there. If you're being bot rated or FollowBotted, run ads. There's nothing more powerful than taking away the ability for these idiots to see your reaction. Just run your ads from the dashboard, because then they're not going to be subscribed to you, so they're going to have to watch ads for a whole 2 minutes. Plus, when you get bot rated, your view count spikes up because it's technically a bunch of accounts. I don't know if you earn money for the ad revenue there, but the final step is to add a marker using the quick action button as well, because when you go back to the stream later, I want you to be able to find the time this happened easily, so you can report the accounts later. You don't have to do it straight away. You can report them after your stream. Right now, there's more important things like entertaining your audience. If 10-minute follower only doesn't make you feel confident enough, then I recommend turning on subscriber only or emote only, because then people have to subscribe to be able to talk in your chat. If you own a Streamdeck, all of this can be done in the click of a button. Literally, all you have to do is install the Twitch plugin for your Streamdeck, add a multi-action tool, and then just add all of these widgets I just told you in that order. Pressing it will activate everything. It's kind of like a lockdown button. There are other tools like Streamer.bot and Leoran Board as well if needed. Everything I've shown is also entirely able to be done by your moderators as well. So make sure, guys, if you have mods, please send them through this video so they can understand exactly what they can do in these situations to help you out. Plus, also, they're able to ban and report people, and just thank your mods. The mods are great. So I want to show you guys how to set up auto moderation on Twitch and with an external bot. I also want to show you how to remove followers if they get pushed onto you. And I want to show you guys how you can remove every single bot account before it even hits you. But first, this next tip is so important. This is my #1 tip. This is the most important part of the video. If you can take away anything from today, please let it be this. When you get FollowBotted, when you get hate rated or bot rated, or when you have trolls in your chat, never give them a reaction, because that is all they want from you. Don't engage with them, don't argue with them, don't give them any reason to see that you're upset, because at the end of the day, that is literally all they want from you. They just want that reaction. Need some iron. I think I'm being botted. We should probably turn on sub mode. Look at that. I just got botted. That's the first time I've ever been botted. Can you make your house look like a duck? I'm sorry, Atka. I'm not that good. There is a direct correlation between streamers who have a massive reaction, get angry, and try argue with the FollowBots and the raids, and then who get them again that same stream or the next day. It is seriously all they want. But if you give them nothing, they get bored and they move on, because most of the time these people aren't targeting you personally. They're just out there trying to troll randoms on the internet. They're just like those bullies I mentioned earlier in the video, Travis and Bianca, except they have even less power than them, because in this situation, you can literally just clear your chat, set it to follower only, and ban them, and they can't do anything else. Or if you set up the tools I'm about to show you, then sometimes when they try and bot raid you or when they try and troll you, nobody in your chat will even know it happened. Well, I use a combination of Twitch Auto Mod and Streamlabs Cloudbot moderation, which means that usually, if anyone tries to do anything bad in my chat, it just gets caught and removed. Easy as that. So let me show you all of my settings and how to set all of that up right now. But also I will throw it out that if this video helps you out at all, please consider subscribing. It means a lot to me, and the channel is so close to 100,000. It is insane. Anyway, sorry, let's go. Head to your Twitch dashboard and select moderation. At the very top, we have the auto mod rule set. See, mine are quite loose right now because I have actual moderators in my chat and I have Cloudbot auto mod. But if you're worried, you can change the settings you use here and adjust them for how you see fit. What happens is Twitch will catch a message before they get sent in your chat and say, hey mods, this term looks like it's breaking X auto mod rule set. Do you want to allow or disallow it? This means if you have your race, ethnicity, or religion moderation settings high and a bot raid decides to hit you with slurs, none of those messages will make it into your chat. Only your moderators and you will be able to see it. The bots are getting smarter at getting through filters, but every time they change up how they spell the words, so does the auto mod get updated. And you can also add your own variation if you go back out of the moderation and click the blocked terms and phrases. I'm not going to open this because it is literally a list of hateful slurs and things I don't want shown on my chat, but you'll open it and write yours in. Below that is your permitted terms. You don't really need this, but essentially if AutoMod keeps picking up words, you can edit it here. For example, sometimes it gets the word pig caught a lot for me, and that doesn't make sense. No one's calling me a pig. We're just talking about Minecraft. But below that, we have two very powerful tools. So let's take a look. I recommend having block hyperlinks on to avoid bad links being spammed or sent at all in your chat. You'll see mods, admins, and VIPs can still post links who should all be trusted viewers, meaning if someone wants to share a clip from your channel, for example, they can ask someone else to post it, or you can ask them to post the clip in your Discord. You have another tool called the non-mod chat delay as well. So you can add a delay to your chat for anyone who isn't a moderator. This gives mods a few extra seconds to catch and remove messages. And you might be thinking, well, my mods aren't robots, they're real people. How are they supposed to catch it in those first few seconds? Because remember, we're gonna have auto mod Cloudbot set up in a second as well, meaning that he'll have a few extra seconds to catch it, and he is a robot. Below that, we have the channel privileges. Now, I really recommend turning on email verified accounts. This will stop the lower end bots that haven't been verified with emails. However, anyone who has put effort in can verify bot emails incredibly easily. Just while we're here, I will say chat rules should be set up as well, and then unban requests with a cooldown of 1 or 2 minutes, because usually trolls couldn't be bothered waiting a minute or two to ask for an unban. I do recommend turning on moderator tools in chat as well. It is a huge help for mods who want to track bans, timeouts, and reasons for bans and timeouts. That is the on Twitch tools briefly covered. Now let's get off of Twitch, head over to Streamlabs Cloudbot, and get ourselves set up there so that we have a robot in chat ready to fight for us. And I'll also show you how you can use this tool to take it from a moment where you're nervous or worried about being bot rated and make it a really positive example for your chat. Let's head over to streamlabs.com and let's head over to Cloudbot as well. You'll need to have your Twitch account linked with your Streamlabs OBS account, so make sure you go and do that. But once that is done, you're going to head over to your dashboard and click on Cloudbot and just hit this little switch here to turn it on. When you click on the button to turn on the Cloudbot, sometimes it'll get stuck. Just hold Control and then F5, it'll clear your cache, try again, and you should be sweet. Now, I will just throw it out there. You can be an OBS user and still use Streamlabs Cloudbot, but there are other bots out there. I'm just going with this one because I'm most familiar with it and I've had 0 problems using it. If it works for me, I'm going to recommend it to you guys. That's all. It's not as playing favorites. Next step, head over to your Twitch channel and type /mod Streamlabs. This will set the bot as a moderator. Congratulations, the bot is now active in your chat. So now you have it set up, let's click on the mod tools and turn on some auto moderation. Now I won't be going through every single step, and if you've already watched my video about setting up Streamlabs Cloudbot, you're about to probably hear a few things that you've already heard before, but just bear with me. The main moderation tools I use are link protection, symbol protection, word protection, paragraph protection, and emote protection. Symbol, word, paragraph, and emote are all set up to avoid spam like ASCII art or large copy and pastes, but link protection is just set so that my mods and myself can write !permit at someone's username in the chat, and that gives the user 60 seconds of permission to post a link. I will throw it out there, if you use the block hyperlinks that I showed you earlier in this video, then this !permit will not work unless you're permitting a VIP or a mod. In this situation, the major one you'll want to use is word protection. This mod tool will remove offensive or derogatory words. You can set up the settings if you click preferences. Auto permit will allow you to allow people who are subscribers, regulars, or both to post without being caught, but I would leave it set to none, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if someone's a VIP. If they're going to post something disgusting, they should get caught by the bot. And I know what you're thinking, but they're a VIP. Well, people will surprise you sometimes. Now you can turn on the default blacklist. This will catch the majority of offensive words, but you can also write your own if you need be. I also recommend turn on the punishment message, and you can customize it as you see fit, but here is the part where you can get quite custom. I won't click it here, but if you click the blacklist, you can add words or phrases to the list and set custom punishments for certain words. I have bans set up for racial slurs and such, but if they just use an incredibly harsh swear word or a word that I don't like being used in certain contexts, it'll be purged and timed out by the auto mod instead. The different punishments are purge, timeout, and ban. A purge will just wipe all of their messages, aka a 1-second timeout. The timeout, when selected, you can change the length or, of course, the straight ban. Now, inside each one of these auto mods, such as word protection, link protection, etc., there are different preferences and different settings. And you'll edit them the exact same way you were shown here. So I really recommend going through each one and having a play until you feel comfortable with them. Now, remember when I said you can use this to actually set up a really fun, positive moment with you and your community? Here we go. What I want you to do is head over to your command section. I want you to click add new command. And I want you to make a command called !vibes or whatever you want for a positive moment. Now I want you to add a bunch of emotes and really positive things, whatever you need, put it in there. Now go over to the delay and make sure global is set to 0 and user is set to 5 or 6 seconds. Hit save and make sure your community knows about this command. The moment something bad happens, the moment someone hate raids, the moment someone bot raids, whatever it is, you take all your actions, you do everything. And then you say to your community, hey, can I just have a wall of vibes? And they will wipe away any ass hattery from your chat with their vibes. Remember all the way back at the start of this video when I said to add a marker using the quick action button so you can go back and find exactly where the bot raid happened? Now we're up to the part where we're going to show you how to remove FollowBots and why that was so important. Before we do this, I want to preface it by saying that FollowBots are one of the dumbest ways to try and hurt streamers. They're so easy to deal with and they don't matter at all for anything other than just when you want to have clear metrics of growth. Follower numbers don't really matter at all. You can have 20,000 followers and have 5 average viewers. You can have 20,000 followers and 2,000 average viewers. It entirely depends on your CCV or average viewers, whether or not someone respects your content. Not a single sponsor or anyone I've ever met has actually given a damn about the follower count. The only time it really matters is if you hit a big moment and you just want to celebrate it. If you get a follow botted, please don't think it's the end of the world, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But if you do want to deal with it, how do we deal with it? Well, straight out the gate, if you just want to get the simple way, I recommend reporting 5 to 10 of the follow bots, and then within a month and a half, usually Twitch will have wiped them out. They're very quick these days at getting rid of follow bots as long as you've actually reported them to them. But say that you want to remove them yourself now and you can't wait a month and a half, I completely understand. That is where your good old friend CommanderRoot comes from. That's right. That guy who's been in your chat, everyone's first viewer, is actually a bot, and he's actually kind of a good bot at that. CommanderRoot is actually a series of tools that can help streamers. Now, he's linked in the description, but I will preface, this is not a follow bot removal tool. This is a follower removal tool, which means if you use this incorrectly, if you don't read the guide on their site, if you aren't incredibly sure of yourself, you can do what I've seen already hundreds of small streamers do when they use this tool, and they will remove every single follower from their list, not just the bots. So please use it carefully. That marker that we set up earlier will allow us to go back and find where the bot attack happened, so CommanderRoot doesn't remove every follow, just the ones in that section, and it'll also help us when reporting. CommanderRoot also has an auto block bots tool. Essentially, this tool has a giant list of bot accounts over on Twitch, and by using the CommanderRoot tool, you can have them all blocked. It will take a couple hours, it takes up a decent amount of time on your computer, but it'll get it done. I haven't done this, it doesn't really bother me, it seems like too much work personally, but hey, if you want to be extra safe, that is there as well. I want to be really honest with you guys, but first I will also throw it out there. Linked in the description is a video by Devin Nash, who is a fantastic expert in this industry. He is literally the go-to guru for everything I have questions about. He has a video that covers bot raids and why it is such a complex issue that there isn't a fast fix in this situation. I think it's probably one of the fairest videos about bot raids lately. So please go educate yourself by watching that. Mainly, I want to echo a sentiment from that video that really struck me. And that is the fact that as an online creator, you're going to receive so much worse hate than these bot raids. You're going to receive so many personalized insults and comments attacking you as a person. That is just a fact about how awful the internet is. The bot raids and the follow bots are just one dude on a computer being sad. I get bot raided once a month or sometimes once every 2 months, and that never bothers me. But it is so hard to get the comments from individuals who are picking you apart personally and keep going. For example, when I make videos about Streamlabs OBS, because at the end of the day, I'm a guides channel trying to grow by making guides, I get told by people that I should kill myself because I'm not using OBS. Even though I do use OBS now, I'm just making guides about another program. Or if I repeat a tip that I've already given 8 or 9 months ago, people tell me that I'm useless and I'm washed up and I'm trash. And I'm not even going to mention the amount of comments I get daily insulting my appearance, my personality, and just my voice. It is brutal to be an online creator. All of these examples aren't just me. These happen to literally every single person who goes on the internet to try and create content. But after 4.5 million views and thousands upon thousands of nice comments from you guys, it starts to get easy to ignore the trolls on the other end of the keyboard. So I know this video is about dealing with bots, but here are my tips for dealing with just asshattery on the internet. Focus on the positive comments. Never engage or start arguments with people who are clearly there to hurt you, and then be prepared for it to happen again. Because as awful as it sounds, if you're going to step into this industry, then you have to be prepared for this. You shouldn't have to deal with disgusting, awful people on the internet, but that's just a fact of life that there are disgusting, awful people on the internet. So here's my last piece of advice and a favor that I'd like to have. Can you guys please be kind to each other, please support each other, and please lift each other up. Because there's enough hate out there already. Oh, and share this video to someone who needs help setting it up. Also do that one. That's a good favor to do. See you guys next week. Bye.